Hey guys, Type here bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Playing today spawning in the north, we have SoK playing as human. The Archmage first facing off his him in the south. We have Chaemiko also as human. Also with the Archmage. Human there, so that means got the team colored health bar on. This one from the ESL Open Cup Asia. Identical creep positions so far. Ooh, Fluid of Accuracy could be nice in the late game against Sobi Mask. Strong all game.
Forces are under attack.
Look at that preservation on the water elementals as well, keeping them alive, maxing the damage.
The town is under siege.
Okay, Footy coming in for some harass on both sides. Chaemiko going after the peasant. Just building the farm at the Merc camp. And that peasant's not going to finish that farm. About 90% done.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, this one getting fended off by the militia at the moment. Speaking of, militia coming in, looking for the expansion camp. Chaemiko not going to get slowed down, and neither is SoK. So, full on mirror so far. SoK bringing in another peasant to finish off that farm camp. Paper camp. Okay, well, looks like Chaemiko a touch faster than SoK, including the creep camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
By a huge margin. Forest Troll Berserker picked up now. Oh, but only for SoK. So he's a little bit slower starting his expansion, but he's boosting his army, picking up the Forest Troll Shadow Priest and the Berserker. Illusion. Potion. Pretty nice item as well. Claws +5, always helpful for the Archmage. The other way, double circlets. Okay. Tough battling. But Chaemiko pretty quick to pull back. You can see the large amount of range damage SoK has. Doesn't really want to tangle with it. Oh, now defend on the footman of SoK. Does end up losing one of those footies, however. Comparing expansion timings, we can see Chaemiko way ahead in that department. Spreading the damage around so far. SoK ready to summon another water elemental, hasn't done so yet. Forest Troll Berserker picked up now from Chaemiko, so he delayed it a bit and got his expansion up a touch faster. Doesn't seem to have hurt him too much in the fights. In fact, maybe he's even like one footman up. There's one peasant up as well, right? Since Chaemiko killed the one that was building the farm. So I'm going to use this opportunity to do some creeping right in front of Chaemiko. Just got one footy over here at the moment. Not a terribly strong frontline SoK. Now disengaging. I mean, to kill and gets it. That's a level up on SoK's Archmage. Looks the extra bit of experience from maybe some water elemental kills and the creeping. Oh, the Forest Troll Shadow Priest coming in. Very handy in the mirror matches since they can dispel those water elementals. Bit of range damage as well, quite handy. Arcane Vault about to pop up and a lot of healing required, so gonna get really good value out of that scroll.
A player's forces are under attack.
A little bit low on lumber though with that power build. Gonna delay the tech up. Not by much actually, still gonna hit it before SoK does. By maybe 3 or 4 seconds. Look at all those Forest Troll Shadow Priests too. Oh my god. Same story over here. Oh, one less. Okay, he's disengaged all the way with his Forest Trolls.
Forces are under attack.
And that's level up now for Chaemiko. Chaemiko does have quite a lot of mana left on his Forest Troll Shadow Priest as well. Looking to come in and attack. He does have a scout footman up here, harassing this low health footy. Another low health footy trying to make its way back home. One goes down. 4.5 at the moment for SoK though. Nice levels on his Archmage. Dispel, dispel. There goes the water elemental. Another one though summoned up. Some more dispels. Defend footman for Chaemiko now. Frost Roll Berserker. Archmage getting a touch low. Oh, Chaemiko looking for the surround. Doesn't quite get it. Bring in the Ogre Mauler and Muddy. The Mud Golem. Frost Trolls running away from the footman. Mud Golem on the move. Gets a slow off on the Archmage. One Frost Troll goes down. Muddy's still alive though. Could come back in for another slow on the AM. He's just gonna make sure he gets those Forest Troll Shadow Priest kills though. And he secures them all. Where's the Mud Golem? Left in the center. Oh boy. It's gonna go down to the footman quite easily. Oh, it gets away for the moment. In the meantime, the footmen have been going to town on the peasant line at the expansion. Only 2 remaining. Level up on SoK's AM, but you can see the experience gap has closed greatly. Really good moves there from Chaemiko. SoK. Big mistake with that Mud Golem. If he brought it in, he could have forced away the Archmage a lot earlier than that. And yeah, he ended up losing quite a lot of his Forest Troll Shadow Priests. Okay, Panda. Oh boy, did he just get stuck? Okay, buys the staff, getting out of there. Scroll Protection picked up as well.
Are under attack.
And on both sides. Okay, just straight up mirror. With the expansion, Castle Tech on both sides, slightly ahead though.
Town is under
SoK
siege.
after being a little bit behind, getting to tier 2. Ooh, very close call for the Panda. He's got the big invul though. Activates, getting away to safety for the moment. Still quite a lot of mana left on Chaemiko's Panda though. Big breath of fire. Archmage getting slowed by the Mud Golem. Down he goes. Maybe gonna look for the surround. No. Footman not in defend. Taking quite a lot of damage from the ranged attacks. And SoK able to disengage. Gonna go pick up a scroll from his shop now. Start healing up.
Forces are under attack.
Footman left in the peasant line. Doesn't look like it did too much though. Maybe not even a single peasant went down. Footman did. Nice work there from Chaemiko, attacking his own building so that the Arcane Tower doesn't steal the experience away from the heroes. By getting the last hit. Double Sanctums coming up for SoK. Improve lumber harvesting as well. And forged swords. So I guess we're going to see some breaker action. Griffin Aviary, though, in the mix for Chaemiko. That's an interesting option. He does have double barracks as well, which he wouldn't have needed for his footman production. Maybe he was considering knights. He's got a lot of options open. Both of them do now, being at tier 3 with all these production buildings. But yeah, things finally starting to diverge a bit more.
Are under attack.
Dashing, Mud Golem going down fast, but still the footman. Even with defend active, both pandas hitting level 2.
Is under siege.
Ogre Mauler close to death. Heal scroll though, keeping him alive for a touch longer. Blocking on the panda, getting quite low for Chaemiko. Both armies scrappy. But it looks like SoK staying on the offensive.
Forces are under attack.
Good breath of fire. Oh, doesn't quite get that priest, and we've got quite a few casters in the mix now for Chaemiko. Gonna be good at dispelling these water elementals. Might be a good time to switch over to Blizzard. Or maybe they can just stay with it as well. Blizzard, of course, being horrendously bad against breakers. One more hit. Gets it. Oh, but the AM has to pop the invul potion. Ooh, that's expensive. Well, the panda chasing down a couple units, but paladin there. Keeping them safe, keeping them healthy. Now the panda could be in some trouble. Taking a bit of damage. I thought maybe there could have been a bit of blocking on him. Oh, here comes some knights. No. Paladin.
A player's forces are under attack.
Both sides. Now both going for the same camp. We'll keep AM out so he doesn't steal the experience. Looks like he's going to try come in and harass the peasant line again. A few of them are still a little bit low from their footy harass earlier on. Got a consumable there maybe. Maybe another town portal scroll. It's got a staff. Managed to summon that into the back line. Still going to be able to pick off one or two peasants. No, he's bringing in the knights now. This could be quite devastating. Town portal in response. Now SoK trying to disengage, running over to this side. Defensive town portal from Chaemiko. Doesn't catch any knights, but also doesn't give him very much surface area. He's really clumped in the back. Awkward positioning for both players. Probably to Chaemiko's advantage, though. He does have a lot of breakers. They've got range damage versus the knights who do not. Bashing away at the expansion and touch. Ultimately decides can't push in.
A player's forces are under
Chaemiko
attack.
breaking out a bit. SoK with a 10 food lead at the moment. So he's on the offensive. He's also got the inner fire on his priest too. That can be a big difference maker in these fights. Bonus damage, the extra armor, huge. Especially if it doesn't get dispelled. Oh boy, but there's a Griffin Rider and there is not an answer for that. On SoK's side, he's got one Frost Troll Berserker. That's not going to cut the mustard. Mauler getting in there and bashing away at the peasants. Here comes another Griffin though. Water Elementals and the Frost Troll Berserker, they're not enough. So we're going to need some riflemen. There goes the Mauler going down to this Griffin. And yeah, it looks like SoK trying to disengage now. A bit of blocking as well. A little bit clumsy on the exit, could lose a unit or two. Okay, he's going for his own Griffin Aviary. In fact, double. Gonna go for some Dragonhawks to try and counter the Griffins. And try to put them in the shackles. In the meantime, trying to disengage. There's one priest here, looks like, for the trouble.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now Chaemiko taking the slight lead in terms of army size. After killing the Mauler, a couple units. In a good position. But here come the Dragonhawks. Already got 2 damage upgrades as well. Griffins are quick to take down the tower. The Dragonhawk coming in from a safe angle. Looking for the shackles and gets it. Griffin unable to get away. Nothing to interrupt this either. No stun, no ensnare. And that causes the runaway for Chaemiko. Did staff that away though, right? So now, okay, 3 Dragonhawks. So we're going to see Dragonhawks versus Dragonhawks. Starting up a workshop. Okay, in response, going to have the flying machines. Doesn't want to go toe to toe. 1-2 upgrades on this side versus 2-0 on the other. And there we go, the shackles coming in. Most of the air units incapacitated at the moment. Knights doing well on the ground for SoK. Not getting too many kills. Chaemiko, town portaling away. One knight goes down, and I don't think any griffins went down. They all got very low. I think he town ported out in the nick of time to save them all, so quite impressive. Mass teleportation now, though, for SoK. Could be big. Chaemiko's still about half a level away from that. A little bit more experience up here as well. Items, that pipe of insight, not terribly helpful in the scenarios. Already got that brilliant Sora. Need a couple more hits to finish off that camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
Machines in the mix now. Just the one workshop? No, double workshops. And the flat cannon's upgrading. So these Dragonhawks could be in some trouble. Still, he's pumping more and more into those Dragonhawks. Doesn't have his own workshop.
A town is under siege.
Breath of Fire getting the priest quite low. A couple flying machines out the back, and it's mass teleportation into the expansion position. Town portal in response. Going to be able to pick off the griffin, take out almost all the peasants. Fighting underway now. Quite a few flying machines. Dragonhawks cautious. Trying to stay alive. Priest goes down on the ground. I think that was all he lost. SoK able to disengage quite cleanly. A lot of economy damage done though to Chaemiko with that attack. Pick off a griffin as well, and a bit of a distraction while SoK gets his second expansion up. So SoK looking to be in the driver's seat right now with this experience advantage. With that mass teleportation, it's such a game breaker. So strong of an ultimate.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ultimates are really... There goes that Dragonhawk. Wonder if he's trying to send that one in as a mass teleportation target. We got the workshops coming in. Double workshops. Is it going to be flying machine v flying machine, or is it going to be tanks with the rockets? Have to wait and see. But it looks like SoK doesn't want to engage until he's got that answer out. There's just too many flying machines now. Okay, it's going to be flying machines. Fair enough. Tanks lacking in mobility, I suppose.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now it's SoK's expansion under pressure. Bit of a distraction. Okay, mass teleport to... Oh, to the main base of Chaemiko. Okay. Is he going to finish this one in time? Yes. Oh, the Dragonhawks are all going down though. This is not a good fight for SoK. He's slow to town portal out. He's lost most of his priests as well.
A player's forces
10
are
food
under attack.
behind. That was a slaughter. Chaemiko had inner fire on everything. And now he's really well leveled. Also, it's the mass teleportation. But really good fight for Chaemiko there. I don't know what SoK was thinking. Like, it was a decent idea teleporting in here. Doing a lot of damage. But he's so slow to town portal away. Ended up losing most of his army. Rebuilding now. Still going for the Dragonhawk Riders.
Under attack.
I don't know about that though. Seems like they're not going to get very much value. He doesn't have any upgrades on his own flying machines either, so he's not going to do terribly well in the air versus air battles because that also doesn't have the aura for the boosted damage. So things are looking a bit rough for SoK all of a sudden. He was in a nice position not too long ago. But you know, one expansion down. Bad fight, and now he's right back in the mix. Does not have a town portal at the moment. There's a lot of flying machines for Chaemiko, easily outnumbering SoK's. SoK not pushing into high upkeep either. With the fire, ooh, a little bit of damage on quite a few of those flying machines. It's exactly what SoK needed. That can help him win the air battle, perhaps. Oh, he gives a knight, though. Costly. Did he just retrain? No. What was the level up just then? There he is. Okay, mass teleport wars. Here we go. Machines versus flying machines in the air. The shackles though against Chaemiko's. So that means the SoK is winning the air fight. Not by a huge margin, but it's enough to count. What about the ground fight? Neck and neck in terms of food count at the moment. Griffin's having to stay out of action now. Hard to say who's going to win this one. Oh, looks like Chaemiko's starting to pull out a bit of a lead. Air units now all dead. And now SoK having to get out of there. Doesn't have much on the ground. You know, having gifted away a couple of knights. Did do a good job getting rid of the air, but now he's got a whole bunch of flying machines which are almost useless. So... looking good for Chaemiko. SoK with a couple of knights back here. Waiting to return to the fold. About to run out of gold at his expansion. So both players.
A town is under siege.
In a similar position, SoK has rebuilt his expansion. See if he can hold on to it. Where's this panda going? Breath of fire onto the priests. Oh, dispelled it though before. Breath of fire came in. Wow. Okay, SoK bringing the knights back in for the fight. Fire machines need to get involved. Need to pick off this griffin out the back. Looking good though for Chaemiko at the moment. These knights getting low. Where are the flying machines? They're just flying around, not up to anything, not contributing in the fight at all. The griffins just chunking away at these knights. Here we go, aerial shackles. Where are the flying machines though? Horrible from SoK. He throws in the towel. Oh, SoK. It was such a good fight, back and forth, really close one, but what was that move? You know, the teleporting into Chaemiko's base did some good damage, but the town pulled out so late, and that allowed Chaemiko right back into the match. And yeah, the micro at the end with those fights, I think Chaemiko had the edge. GG. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.